Hello world, my name is Ross and this is an overview of my solution to CS50W's first pset, Search, a re-implementation of Google Search, Image Search and Advanced Search, written primarily in HTML and CSS. We are currently looking at the website's index page. You will see that the styling mirrors that of Google with a plain white background, a colourful centered logo, a search bar and two rounded buttons with muted colours. You'll also notice a nav bar at the very top of the page, linking to the search page and two other pages, Image Search and Advanced Search. Now let's return to the index page for a moment. So as with Google search page, we have two search options. If I enter a search term, in this case Wikipedia, and hit enter or click the search button, I'm taken to a list of results related to Wikipedia. If, however, I enter the same search term and click I'm feeling lucky, I'm immediately taken to the first result, in this case Wikipedia's homepage. Now it's no longer possible to do this using Google servers, but I did find a workaround with some JavaScript code, and I'll provide a link to this in the video's description. Next we navigate to Image Search, which is linked to in the page's navbar. It's fairly straightforward. As before, we enter a search term. In this instance I'm going to enter the CS50 duck and click enter. And there we go. As expected, we are taken to lots of images of the CS50 duck. So next up is Advanced Search, where we have four different form fields linked to a single submit button in blue at the bottom of the page. Like Google's Advanced Search, these options are stacked vertically, and you'll also notice that all of the text is left aligned. Now these fields allow us to search for things in a more nuanced manner. So if, for example, I search for David Milan, we will see that there are two prominent individuals with this name. There is the computer scientist from Harvard and a cricketer. If, however, I was to specifically exclude the word cricket from the results using the none of these words field, we now only see links to the former, the computer scientist, and you'll notice that there is no mention of cricket anywhere on the page. So that was my website viewed in a web browser. Next up, let's open a text editor, Atom, and have a look at the code running the site. So here we have the code for index.html, the search page. In the head section of the code, we have links to three style sheets, two for Bootstrap and one for a custom style sheet. Immediately under this, we then have code for the navbar, the logo, the search bar, and the two buttons, one for a normal Google search and one for I'm feeling lucky. The page uses Bootstrap for styling and for structure, using a whole range of containers, columns, and deflex. In terms of HTML code, the remaining pages are fairly similar to index.html. Notable is the advanced page, which is structured using a table, and here you can see the individual rows and columns of that table. You'll also notice that the four individual input fields have their own pre-specified names. Now in terms of the website structure, we have those three HTML pages, two images, the logo for the CS50 search and the logo for the CS50 image search, and a custom CSS page, which contains CSS code for things like the button styling. And there we go. Google search, image search, and advanced search, re-implemented in HTML, CSS, and a small bit of JavaScript as part of CS50W's first pset, Search. For a link to my code and a longer write-up of this project, please check this video's description. My name is Ross, and this is CS50 Web Programming with Python and JavaScript.